Watch me dig into my shirt and put this microphone on. See my levels. 1, 2. Okay, let me mute this and put this on. We are live. We are live, and I got a little one running around back there. You just knew somebody was gonna make a guest appearance today. It never fails. So we got some moderators. I want to start the night by apologizing to the people of Twitch who had to endure and suffer through some Nazis. Our chat rooms get pretty full, and so I'm not always able to catch all of the trolling. So my apologies to Twitch. Well, I set up 5 moderators on Twitch, and I've got a moderator or 2 on Facebook. And there we go. So let's get the party going. Hello to everyone. Let me make sure I see some. Yes, okay, I got some YouTubers. Nikki, welcome aboard. Brian, did I get any sleep last night? No, I did not, but I will tonight. No coffee tonight. Glasses bin is the best bin. Yeah, I've been trying not to wear them as much. So there's a lot to talk about. Part of me wants to kind of do a Q&A, answer your questions about politics and see where that goes. What I covered on today's podcast, and do me a favor, if you are not already a subscriber to the podcast, if you would go to subscribe. It's totally free. Download it from iTunes. Today I covered the debate. We talked about the debate last night, so I don't think we need to talk about the debate again, except for a couple of things around the edges. Looking back last night, there was something useful and meaningful and purposeful in the calmness that Joe Biden had in the midst of all of the idiocy. So that would be the only thing I want to talk about in terms of the debate. In the moment, it felt ludicrous. Everything felt asinine. It felt really ridiculous. But watching the clips today as I covered it for the show, I was like, you know what? Having that level of calm while you have a sociopath barking at you like a deranged orange dog is really the calmness that we need. Yeah, that's kind of what I was feeling today. And maybe it's because I'm sleepy. It could be because I'm sleepy. Masha wants to know, is this live or replay? So it's always live first. It's always live. The replays normally go up around 1 or 2 in the morning, but I'm live. I'm here talking with you. Good evening to everyone. Good evening. We got Facebook in the house. Jamal, we have Twitch in the house. We have, I don't see any Periscope in the house. Let me keep scrolling. Somebody on Periscope say what's up so I can know that you guys, oh, there it is. There it is. Feels homey. Yes. That's all. We're just trying to vibe and wind down the day and talk about politics, but more specifically, talk about politics in context. I want to talk about the universe in context of our American politics, like the universal applications of the things that are happening around us, the underlying issues. That's what I really like to cut to. Cheers, my friend. I'm going to be extra careful with this because I got this white shirt. The Bay Area is in the house. So before we get started in earnest, give me a second to share, and I'd like for you to take a second to share as well. Share, like, and subscribe wherever you are. Got a couple of super chats. Let's take a look at my dog Reginald. No pun intended, Reginald. Reginald is a Q dog, but he's my homie. And when I say dog, I say homie. He said, Sleepy Dixon, keep up the good fight, my dude. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you being a patron, and I appreciate the super chat. Most certainly do. Indianapolis is in the house. Cottonwood. Jason's here from Cottonwood, Arizona. Philadelphia is in the house. Devin Carter. Devin, what part of Mississippi are you from? I grew up. I spent many years in Mississippi. Nepti Boricua. Cindy, I'm glad you guys are you all are enjoying this. You join on YouTube support. And listen, like for anyone who can't financially support, you can't become a patron, you can't become a member, you can't like become a subscriber on Twitch. You can support by watching the videos. Watch the videos, that helps. It doesn't mean that it get darker in here. I think my camera is doing something funky right now. Let me make some adjustments here because it looks like it got darker on me. I like this one. Okay, so Birmingham, Alabama's in the house. And we got, someone said he doesn't want to jinx me. He said red wine and a white shirt. Not to jinx you. But if it happens, I was asking for it, obviously. Yes, hello to the mods. We have moderators on Twitch. No Nazis, no fascism. We will come find you. Boston is in the house. Justin Earl is already a Patreon. Thank you so much. And I'm talking. Yeah, so it did get dark. I don't know what's up with my camera. My camera's doing a little funky thing today, so I will adjust it manually. It's weird. But we'll survive. It just looks a little cozier. Yeah, wow, weird. But it's okay, we'll survive. Let's get started. Oh, wait a minute, hang on before I do. Retired Air Force veterans in the house. Brenningsville. No, I can manage. Oh, Vero Beach. I used to be there. Pass through all the time. Aurora, Colorado. Solidarity, Aurora. Ireland is in the house. Okay, all right. I don't spend we can spend the whole hour just giving everybody a shout out from where you're from. Listen, wherever you're from, thank you for spending this time with me. I am finally actually going to go and share my own stuff now. Because yeah, if I can't share it, why would I ask you to share it if I don't do my own sharing? But I want to know what you think about what I said already. Last night, it was extremely frustrating to see Joe Biden not respond in kind to Donald Trump's bellicosity. But watching the videos today and seeing his calmness under the relentless attacks and doggedness of Donald Trump was refreshing. And to me, it kind of signified a place where I hope that we can get back to. I hope that we can get back to a time where every single news cycle isn't an existential crisis, where every day there's so much news that you can't even digest and address the issue from the day before. That's how wild 2020 has been. It's really been not just 2020, I'm sorry, the entirety of Donald Trump's term has been like that. It's been nonstop chaos. And while I know we should never let our guards down and get comfortable, I also know that we can't actually fix and address anything in the middle of chaos. And if Donald Trump is nothing else, Donald Trump is most assuredly a chaos agent. So what do you think about that? Did you appreciate the calmness and the demeanor of Joe Biden last night? I didn't appreciate it last night. Full transparency. I did not appreciate it last night. But today, I think I appreciate it a whole lot more. What's your story? What do you think? And now I'm finally getting to where I can share it. Okay. Sorry. One more page I want to share it on. No, make that 2 more pages I want to share it on. Last one here. And then now let me get your comments. Did you like the demeanor? Did you like the calmness? Did you see the calmness as a strength, or did you see it as a weakness? Where is the main streaming platform? I'm actually streaming everywhere simultaneously. I'm streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, as well as Twitter. And if Instagram unblocks me, because Instagram shut me down, because I had a hack making it possible to. Okay, let's get to it. Let me stop. We'll get to all that pleasantry stuff at the end. So the last thing I was talking about was the fact that there's a level of chaos that we have all been living under for the last 4 years. And I'll be honest with you, it's a little bit of PTSD. We have become accustomed to the outright madness of nonstop, intense, dramatic news stories in addition to 2020 and COVID-19. And while I don't think we can't afford to go back to sleep. Like, I think some of us were asleep. I think some of us were lulled to sleep by, hey, got me off. I see Vanessa, family friend. I think some of us were lulled to sleep underneath the Obama administration, and we were not actively organizing and fighting the way we should have been fighting. The fact of the matter is that we do need some calmness. There's a time and there's a place for everything. We need a bit of calmness to the extent that we can at least catch our breath. And that's the one thing that, even though I didn't appreciate it last night, quite frankly, I was irritated by the fact that Joe Biden wasn't fighting back against Donald Trump as intensely as I would have liked. Looking back in hindsight, watching the videos today, I appreciated it. Because we can't afford to just get crazier and crazier, wilder and wilder, louder and louder, more bellicose. You know, we can't afford to continue to escalate this. You know, there's gotta be a way for us to get, hey, my high school friend, there has to be a way for us to get progress without the madness. Right? We cannot constantly live in a state of all day long hyper sensitive, hyper aware, just nonstop. And maybe it affects me more because I do the news and I cover the news all day, every day. I'm constantly locked in. But I think the madness has trickled down, right? Wealth didn't trickle down, right? Prosperity didn't trickle down. None of that trickled down. You know what trickled down? The madness, the intensity, the nonstop ridiculousness of our news cycle. And that takes a toll on us. And I think that has trickled down all the way down to everyone's everyday life, because it's not just political theater. A lot of people like to dismiss what's going on around the world as political theater and it doesn't really affect your life. But this really affects your life, right? The fact that if you're in a red state and your governor didn't give that state the Medicaid expansion, that inflated the cost of Obamacare in your state, which raised your monthly premiums. So that abstract notion of politics being political theater isn't quite accurate, because when it comes down to it, it really affects our everyday life. And I think that's one of the number one things that we make a mistake on is this idea that politics don't really matter. Jesse said that hindsight, Biden was composed, but we were not. Yeah. Because I was amped. I was pushed. I was like, come on, man, get him. I was yelling at the computer. And then when I watched the videos today, Biden looked calm and measured, and Donald Trump looked like a clown. And what Donald Trump has been successful at doing over the last couple of years is to get us to respond to his oafishness, his clownicity, his ridiculousness. And we've gotten so accustomed to being on edge, ready to fight, ready to, like, out of necessity. It's not we had to fight. We've had to fight. And to just have a moment where you could actually consider the possibility that we don't have to be on edge all of the time because of the madness of our politics, but we can have kind of the eye of the storm calmness, knowing that we have to fight still. This is not to lull anyone to sleep. Things are not going to be fixed just because Joe Biden wins, if he wins, right? We got to fight like hell to help him win. But even if he wins, things are not going to be fixed. So that doesn't mean to go to brunch and don't do any politics, don't do any organizing. But hopefully it does mean we can go to brunch and organize. Like we can sit in a coffee shop and have some peace as we organize how we make things better. Right now, it's been nonstop chaos. And that's because Donald Trump most assuredly is a chaos agent, without a shadow of a doubt.